Hello, this is Reiki Master Angelia with Works of Hearts Reiki 3 Training and Attunement Program. This is part 3. And we left off on the Gendai Reiki Healing Training text about the Reiki Mawashi or the Reiki Circle, where you can, come in a circle and do healing. So now we're going to start on the Nintatsuho. The traditional method for sending a thought or a wish while using Reiki to assist. This is a technique for getting a silent message across to the recipient's subconsciousness with Reiki vibrational transmitted through your hands. There is a wide range of use for it, such as breaking bad habits, getting across Usui Sensei's 5 Reiki principles to people in serious disease, etc. Do not get this mixed up with the concept of healing with mind power. Some people can always, call it praying for other people. Because, if you're calling on the universal energy, you're doing Reiki. If you're calling on the Lord, you're, praying. It's all the same, honestly, when you're doing this. Energy purification. Oh, sorry. Itching and skipping here. Place your hands, or just one, on the person's forehead where the hair starts to grow. So that would be here. Transmit the message with a pure mind and confidence. And of course, you're not just going to accost people. You need help and do this. These are clients who have come to you, and say, I'm having problems with these thoughts and things, and you can do this type of healing. Energy purification and energy boosting, back to where I goofed up. Jakigiri Jakaho. Energy purification or cleansing and energy boosting of an object. A technique for removing strong negative energy and vibratory disorder within an object, like a crystal, by purifying it with Reiki and putting in positive energy. And now I get a lot of things from the Goodwill, thrift stores. I like old antique stuff, or sometimes when people give me a gift or someone gives me something and I'm not quite sure what their intentions are, I will do this over this object, and ask that any taint of evil or bad intentions be taken from this object, and let it be safe and holy to be in my home, and useful for my home. So this is something good to do if you're bringing things into your home that have been used by other people, or you're not quite sure, why they're giving you this thing. Using your dominant hand, chop the space about 5 centimeters above the object with your hand horizontally and make a sudden stop of your hand movement. When you do the chopping action, focus your attention on your tendon, 3 centimeters below your navel, while holding your breath, and chop the length of your hand. Repeat this 3 times. Reiki to crystal and charm purification and energy boosting. If it is a small one, put it in one hand and chop the space above it with the other hand 3 times to cut off energy. Give Reiki for purification and boosting of the object's energy. Anytime I have products, or I make my healing tea in the morning, because traditional Western medicine is just not doing it for me. So I have actually 24 ingredient Ayurvedic and traditional Chinese medicine tea that I drink in the morning. And you as you can just imagine, it's so delicious. Yeah. So I infuse that, with positive energy, positive intention, the Holy Spirit, whatever you call upon, so that this is useful for my body. So that's something that you can also do. Give Reiki for purification and boosting of the object's energy. You can repeat step 1 again in order to keep the negative vibrations away. And do this as often as you feel necessary. And this is a good reason to pray over your food and drink, to remove any, taint. If you want to do communion called Lord's Supper over your food, to help you keep from getting any sickness or disease, that's a good time to do that. If it's a large object, do the actions to selected points or visualize a miniature version of the object in the palm of your hand and then treat it as above. And there were some objects that I took from my grandmother's house that I know were touched and used by people who, were less than good, decent people. And so, of course, you're going to want to bless or do Reiki over these things to take negative energies away. So that's a good thing. You can imagine this thing, look at it and then imagine it here and ask that any evil taint be removed from it or any negative energies. It's all in how you believe and what you say, it's all the same, people. Come on. Reiki to air, field, and atmosphere. Stand at the center of the room or the place. Face your palm to the required area and perform jagigin, chopping the space on 4 walls, ceiling, floor, and angles of the room in counterclockwise directions. And I did this when I moved into a new office. I've done this, in my home. So again, this is a good thing. I did it actually in one of my old offices. The lady I was working with and for asked me to do, a blessing over the offices. So, and we did pretty good. We were pretty successful there. So, I think it helped. Reiki is instantly applied to the searchlight movement. So again, you're going to want to do that in the whole area. Ask for the cleansing and the blessing of the area. Reiki to foods and drinks. I just mentioned that. Send Reiki to items before cooking or to cooked food. Hold your hand over the dish and send Reiki or ask for blessing, or hold the glass dish and send Reiki. Healing on animals or plants. Healing animals. For dogs and cats, send Reiki from the forehead, head, and to the body. If you cannot get close to the animal, hold your hands over towards the animal and send energy. Or, if it's someone, we're all pretty much doing things online now. So if someone asks you to do that for their pet online, you would, of course, look at the image of the pet and send, the Reiki. For fish, send Reiki energy from the out of aquarium, the aquarium or the pond, towards the aquarium or the pond. A lot of typos in this. And I didn't type it, so. Healing plants. For trees, touch the trunk, the leaves, and root directly to send Reiki or beam it to the root if you can't bend down there like me and touch the root. For flowers, perform the same procedure of aura cleansing. It's a good way to hold root or stem in your hands. Again, phraseology here is not great. But that's a good way to do it. For seeds, give Reiki energy to them before sowing. Water and manure should be given after Reiki is applied, or fertilizer, whatever you're using. Not everybody uses manure. Treating pets and plants. Most animals seem to love receiving Reiki. It's like they know you're trying to help them. When your pet is unwell, you can help it to feel better and boost its immune system simply by laying on hands and giving Reiki. They sense immediately that something special is being given to them, as well as just enjoying the attention. The placement of organs, oh my gosh, in all mammals, including humans, is very similar. So specific treatment positions are also similar. My goodness. When an animal knows you, it will often show you its body position where to place your hands, such as a dog rolling onto its back to urge you to place your hands on its belly. It will also often let you know when it's had enough by changing position or standing up to leave. But from 10 to 30 minutes is usually about right. And usually most animals aren't even going to sit that long unless they feel really bad. Because animals have a better sense of things like this, energies, than we do. I mean, they know when a storm's coming, earthquake's coming. I mean, we've all heard those stories. So they are actually more in touch with the electrical systems around them than we are. Case study. After a vaccination by the vet, the dog of a Reiki trainee developed a serious inflammation in the area that had been injected. It became as big as a tennis ball, and the vet suggested that it needed to be surgically removed. Reluctant to agree to this without first trying an alternative, the owner started giving Reiki to the affected area for a half hour each evening for 3 weeks. The inflamed area returned to normal again, and no operation was needed. Treating pets. Treat behind the ears or place one hand on top of the head and the other under the throat to generally comfort your pet. Treat the chest, stomach, back, and or hips for any ailments, especially some dogs, and this little dog that you can't see down here, but she's here, has hip problems, and another one of my dogs had hip problems. Hip dysplasia is kind of a thing for some breeds of dogs. From stomach upsets to arthritis, and again, a lot of dogs and cats get arthritis, and people too. Treat painful spots directly, such as like if your dog has a hot spot or dermatitis on your cat. Over the plaster in the case of broken bones, like if your dog has a broken bone for any reason. For fish, place your hands around the tank or over the pond. For birds, place your hands around either the bird or the cage. Some birds you can touch, some birds you can't. You can always beam it to them. If it's not a cage, you can kind of get your hands on either side of to go through the bird. Holding your pet while in the waiting room at the vet's, channeling Reiki energy to them through your hands, will often help them calm down and ease their fears. If possible, place your hands on them during the examination. And sometimes you can do that, and sometimes they kind of want you to step back. If it is not possible to treat animals directly, second-degree practitioners can use the distance healing Reiki to help bring them healing and comfort. And of course, this is for 3, so third degrees also. This can be particularly useful if you want to treat animals who live at the zoo or in shelters. If you notice this animal has a problem, or you see an animal and you can tell it has a problem, certainly you can do that. Case study. Horses are very sensitive animals, and they seem to love Reiki energy. Richard, a Reiki trainee and horse owner, told me that whenever there is a problem with his horse, such as a sore joint or a muscle strain, he holds his hands directly around the affected area for 10 to 20 minutes, or however long the horse is cool with letting you do that. Some of them, doesn't take that long. He also lays his hands on the horse's forehead and behind the ears. When he does this, he notices the horse becomes visibly calmer, as if enjoying the healing energy. Treating plants. We all like our plants and flowers to look healthy and vibrant, as they can make such a difference to the environment in which we live, bringing nature and extra life into our homes. Plants and flowers, whether indoor or outdoor, can be given Reiki treatments in just the same way as people, whether to help them stay healthy, grow faster, or recover from a specific problem. Simply hold them in your hands or place your hands above or around them for a few moments, mindfully transferring universal life energy to them, or the Holy Spirit. Again, it's all in what you believe. Like I said, Reiki is a Japanese art of healing, so they believe in universal life energy. And, I'm not going to get into insulting people's cultures. I'm not going to say this is better than that, whatever. Personally, I am a Christian, and that is how I believe. And that is who I call on when I'm doing Reiki. So, just teaching you these techniques and ways of healing. It's up to you how you use them and whose name you use them in. Treat seeds with Reiki before planting them. Several days after planting, give Reiki again by placing your hands over the soil. Place your hands around the roots of seedlings or plants before planting. Treat the roots of potted plants by putting your hands around the pot. Treat the leaves by placing your hands around the leaves. When you repot a plant, treat the roots before putting it in its new container. Treat cut flowers by placing your hands around the stems and later around the vase. And I actually got a dozen roses and did this, and it had it in the vase, and the thing rooted. It grew roots, and I planted it outside. Now, stuff happened to it after that, but I thought that was the only time that has ever happened. So I thought that was pretty cool. Encourage herbs and vegetables to grow stronger and more quickly by placing your hands around them. Treat your entire garden with the distant healing technique, particularly useful when you are on holiday or have just sown seeds and are waiting for a good harvest. Others. To your bed, clothes, car, etc. Send Reiki energy around everything around you with the feeling that you purify the matter by Reiki energy and give harmony to it. Apply Reiki in the following situation. When you get money and put it into your wallet, because a lot of people touch that money. When you start a meal and after your meal, because people touch that stuff you're eating. When you give your business card or receive a business card from someone else. You don't really know that person yet. When you use perfume, because somebody's made that and touched that. When you start driving a car and after driving a car, kind of a, let us be safe on the road kind of a thing, and then thank you for letting us be safe on the road kind of a thing. When you take medicine, again, I said, I do that over mine. Supplements or drink juice. When you pay money or get change. Again, a lot of people touch that money. Reiki sending time can be short and instant. You can do it instantly and naturally, even if people are around you. And that's when we talk about developing your own Reiki symbols. If you have a Reiki symbol, that's like, this is what this means, then you can do that. Other people might not know what you're doing, but you know what you're doing. And that's the important thing. That's why it means something, between you and your higher power, is that you've done this thing and you know what it means, and it's going to have that effect. How to make Reiki energy water. Prepare a glass of water. Be relaxed. And send Reiki energy to it. You can use a hand or both hands. You can hold the glass or hold your hand over the glass. You can just gaze at the glass and send Reiki from your eyes. Feel the white Reiki energy sent to you by melting in water. Imagine that the water is charged with energy and starts to shining white within the glass. Drinking the purified high vibration energy water is good for your health. The energy water is used to purify something. Self-purifying or self-growth methods. Kinyoku. Kinyoku means dry bathing or brushing off. This is something a lot of Reiki practitioners do after we do Reiki to rid us of any of the bad energy or negative energy that has come from a client. This is a technique for cleansing one energy inside the Reiki vibration and is part of healing for self-purification and growth. Gasho and call Reiki to yourself. This may be done by extending your hands and arms upward, bringing in the Reiki light. Place your right hand on the left shoulder and slide the hand down diagonally. I turn my page here. Across the sternum towards the right hip. So you can do, this part of your body, that part of your body. While doing the ha-do breathing and the sound. This exercise is to cleanse the aura, so you may also place your hands a little away from the body. Place your left hand on the right shoulder and do the same as above, but towards, the left hip. Repeat it again with the right hand. Hold your left arm up in a horizontal position. Place the right hand in the middle of the left forearm. So, I can't really do that, but it would be, Slide the hand down the left forearm to the fingertips while you do the ha-do breathing. So, you could do it in front of you, or, Hold your right arm up in a horizontal position. Place the left hand in the middle of the right forearm and do the same. Repeat it once more with the right hand. Hikari no Kokyu Ho. Hikari no Kokyu Ho excuse me, means the breathing of the light technique. This is the method for reducing your stress and purifying your mind and body. Close or half close the eyes. Breathe slowly, but without causing any tension. As a rule, breathe in from the nose and out from the nose. But it is acceptable to breathe out from the mouth if you find this method more comfortable. We all know what's more comfortable for us. It is important to breathe naturally. Hold your hands up as high as possible and feel the vibrations of Reiki showering into the whole of your body. And usually I just will do this. Again, some people like to do this. Some people lift them way high. Some people sit in lotus. It's up to you. Slowly move your hands downwards to your lap, palms facing up and keeping the hands relaxed as if you were holding eggs. Bring your mind to the tandem, which is that spot, by the navel, and listen to your breathing. While you are breathing in, visualize that Reiki white energy is filling your head. And down the center, the hara line through the body to the tandem, which is 3 to 5 centimeters below the navel. From there, the energy is spreading to all of your organs, to every cell. Feel that the healing process is happening. As you breathe out, visualize that the light which filled the whole of the body is emanating from all of your skin. You're glowing, in other words, and becomes part of your aura and then spreading out into infinity. At the same time, gradually release any tension. Continue these exercises for a while. And that's up to you. 5 minutes, 30 minutes, 10 minutes. Your body and mind are purified by everyday practice. When you get in harmonic condition or have negative feelings such as anger, sorrow, or fear, fill your body and mind with the white light of Reiki. Gasho, then finish. Shake the wrists well. Gasho Kokyuho. Gasho Kokyuho means a breathing technique using gasho. This is a technique for clearing your mind and keeping your consciousness high and stable. I think a lot of people could benefit from that. It's something I know I have benefited from. Close or half close the eyes. Breathe slowly and naturally. Raise your hands up high above your head. Feel the vibrations of the Reiki light coming into the whole body. So as high, as you can go, with them and do that. Feel the Reiki light vibrations and slowly move your hands downwards. Stop at the chest, just above the heart, and do gasho. Excuse me. Bring your mind down to the tandem, again 3 to 5 centimeters below the navel, and try to keep your mind still. While breathing in, visualize the Reiki energy running down to your tandem from your palms, and feel the energy in your tandem. While breathing out, visualize that the energy coming out from your tandem and moving up into the palms, then release the energy out in a burst. Just like some people say, breathe in the positive, and then breathe out the negative and let it go. Your intuition and sense of hands are developed by this exercise. Shake your wrists well. And, I've gotten to where I always kind of could feel electrical auras, but with practice, it's gotten to be where I can even better. Like, I'm this close, I can feel the electricity coming from this laptop screen. So, the more you do it, the more you become attuned to it, and the more you're able to feel it. A Reiki shower. A simple way to bathe yourself in Reiki. Cleansing your body and activating your energy. Stand or sit, it's up to you. Make yourself comfortable. For this explanation, I will explain the standing method. Close your eyes fully or half closed. Breathe slowly and naturally without any conscious attention. Move your hands as high as possible above your head, keeping them apart. Visualize that you are receiving a shower of Reiki vibrations from the source of your universe. Feel the vibration of the Reiki energy. At the same time, move the hands down to the front of the body, palms facing the body. So, palms facing the body. Reiki is emanating from the hands. Together with the Reiki shower, you are cleansing all of the unnecessary energy downwards. So you're going to drive it down and out. In this way, negative or minus energy is coming out of the feet. As you do this exercise, Reiki will reach all of your cells and will fill every part of your body. You will particularly notice that Reiki is emanating out from your eyes, hands, and from your mouth. And this is something that you can do if you've been in a negative situation or a negative place. I've been in some places where suddenly people are saying things that I'm like, oh, or doing things, and I'm like, wow, that's not good. That's not good. So that's, especially when you come out of that, you're going to want to do this, and remove all of that from you. And that was our bell. So that's all for now. Hope you found this educational and informational. And that's all for now. Until next time.